The Blight, Book 2, Chapter 3, Ravenwood Reformation. In the barn, Jace knelt among rusted tools and a Skyline chili can, wiring the solar hall.
Cistern and sump pumps are priority,
He said, sweat under his cap.
Lights, fridge, HVAC if we stretch it. The grid's dead, but we cut it off clean. No backfeed, no DHS ping.
Aaron hauled a 500-watt panel to the barn roof, south-facing, 30-degree tilt.
We can't backfeed, it's a death sentence.
He said.
DHS drones could sniff live lines. Transfer switch?
Got one.
Jace said, holding a scavenged box from cell tower.
Manual, 200 amps. We flip the main breaker off, wire inverters to a sub-panel. No grid, no problem.
He ran 10 AWG copper from 20 panels, wired series parallel for 48 volts, 200 amps to an MPPT charge controller.
Cell tower had more than a switch.
Jace said, wiping sweat.
Grabbed 20 North Star NSB 190FTRED batteries, 12V 187AH each, telecom backup for blackouts. Wired 4 strings of 5, 48 volts, damn near 45 kilowatt hours. Stashed in the barn's ventilated corner, they'll keep pumps, fridge, lights humming all night, no grid.
48 volts. 2 5-kilowatt inverters hummed, ready to spit 120 volts, 240 volts AC. Aaron cracked the ranch's main breaker panel in the basement.
Main's off,
He said.
multimeter reading 0 volts from the grid.
Jace bolted the transfer switch, ran 6 AWG copper from inverters to a new sub-panel, breakers for cistern pump, 1 kilowatt, lights, 500 watts, fridge, 800 watts, HVAC, 3 kilowatts, was a stretch.
Grounded.
Aaron said, driving a scavenged copper rod into soil, wire nuts, and electrical tape, capping loose wires. Jace flipped the inverters, multimeter pinging 120 volts. The cistern, sump pump growled. Lights flickered, fridge kicked on.
We're live.
Jace said, wiping away the sweat. Tessa sat looking at the last message on her phone, screen glowing. Her jaw tightened.
Sarah, 2 days ago. Clifton's a war zone. Her and Mia headed to Zone 2. FEMA's cage.
Her voice cracked. Aaron's gut twisted. Sarah, hippie kid, beads clacking, was in DHS's leash, not safety. Eastgate Plaza, that old mall off I-275, had a Kroger and Walmart locked down across Route 32, Humvees guarding. Conspiracy theories, whispers of Walmart camps, and Rex 84's mall playbook echoed. Then a familiar sound overhead. An aircraft? Aaron hadn't seen or heard air traffic in over a week. Then he saw it. A C-130 rumbled northeast, faint, maybe headed for Wilmington Airfield. It was the only airport with a landing strip big enough to handle that, the old DHL hub. The airport was formerly known as Clinton County Air Force Base, back in the late 1960s and early 70s. And now more recently, Airborne Express, DHL, and Amazon had used it for a distribution hub. So it could handle large cargo aircraft like 747s, or in this case, C-130s. His radio crackled, EMS looping. Federal Safety Relocation Zone 2 is designated as Eastgate Plaza. Medical screenings, secure lodging.
Feds flipped malls into cages,
Aaron muttered.
Sarah's in deep.
We get her out.
Tessa said, voice steel.
After we wire this place and help Fireball.
By late afternoon, the cistern hummed, lights glowed, fridge whirred. Aaron's radio buzzed. Fireball.
We still go at my AO, 2,000 hours.
Fireball said. Aaron quickly responded.
Roger that. We're just about all set up here. Spring cleaning will start at 2,000 hours.
10 houses infested. I thought Sarge was holding out, but I haven't seen hide nor hair of his old ass. I guess parasites hit old folks first. Haven't reached him. He's poorly oozing.
Aaron winced. Sarge, Fireball's neighbor, was a wiry Vietnam vet, 30-year Army Ranger, seen some shit. Fireball liked the old bastard, swapped lies over beers and whiskey many nights. Losing him stung.
We'll clear it.
Aaron said.
Then we already have another mission lined up.
Dusk, 2,000 hours. Aaron, Hammer, Jace rolled to Miller's barn, soybeans and cornfields swallowing the Xterra's growl. Fireball's neighborhood mirrored Aaron's. Rural, working class, farm-style houses and single-level ranches, garages and sheds. Neighbors are sparse. The closest was across the street, others ringed by fields. The guys gathered around a table in the pole barn, dimly lit with old oil-burning lanterns and a large local map spread on the table. Clint had done his area study. He knew his neighbors, good ones and bad. He also knew any places that would be possible scavenging opportunities. Like Aaron, he had circled houses in green and red along with infrastructure. The focus was clearing out any possible threats to his family. However, unlike Aaron, Fireball had more time to recon and watch what was going on. He knew the patterns of his neighbors, so when he didn't see someone for a few days, he knew there was a strong possibility of them being infested, especially the older folks around him. As the guys started talking, Aaron spoke up.
So, Clint, are you 100% sure we have no clean folks around? I don't want to torch someone's house with them inside and not being infested.
Fireball replied,
Yeah, man, I've reconned this area now for several days. The houses I've got circled are definitely infested. I figure about 15 to 20 crawlers in there.
Okay, then, here's the plan. Hammer, you're on overwatch as usual. Jace, you've got security. Fireball and I will hit the houses. Here is how we do it. I'm going to hit the door with the nail gun to seal it shut. Fireball, you torch it with the Molotovs and the used motor oil. Burn the fuckers down. Jace, anything comes in from our back, you smoke it. No muss, no fuss.
Aaron said. Fireball said,
I like it. That battery-powered nail gun is quiet, and we don't have to get too dirty with it.
All right then. 10 houses, 15 to 20 infested, mixed fresh and dead, and then the last big one, the retirement home. We should probably expect a large contingent of infested.
Aaron briefed. The guys headed out. Tense, quiet, that knot in the gut before violence, anticipation, and hesitation. They had to trust Fireball's recon. At the first house across the street from Fireball's position, they took up positions. Hammer found a spot next to an old tractor, a stable platform with a clean view of the team's approach. He keyed his mic.
Overwatch set. Move.
Jace already had the drone airborne, night vision enabled. He was posted behind Aaron and Fireball.
Drone up. We're a go. No movement around target.
Aaron led AR-15 raised. A DeWalt battery-powered nail gun hung from a sling at his side. Clint mirrored him, nail gun slung, rifle at the ready. They crept up the porch steps, quiet and deliberate. Aaron glanced at Fireball and gave the signal. 3, 2, 1. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Nails punched into the doorframe, sealing it shut. Inside, chaos erupted, the clatter of dishes crashing, fast footsteps, then a slam against the door, pounding, that awful wet growling the infested made. Fireball pulled a Molotov from his pack, broke a side window, struck the match, and lit the rag. He tossed it through the opening. Glass shattered. The flames caught fast, licking up the wall, devouring the sheer curtains. The old farmhouse coughed smoke. The couch went up in seconds. The pounding at the front door never stopped. Black smoke started rolling under the frame. Aaron keyed his mic.
Jace, anything moving out there?
Nothing. Roof just caught fire. That place is done. Wait, movement, backyard, by the shed.
On it. We're moving.
Aaron and Fireball circled the house, rifles raised. Hammer's voice cut in.
I've got no sight lines. I'm blind there.
Jace, take my 6.
Fireball ordered.
Already there?
Jace replied. Aaron swept around the corner, night vision flaring green. A small outbuilding loomed ahead, thumping inside. Repetitive, then a low growl. Aaron keyed his mic.
Stand by. Fireball, cover me. I'm going to check it.
He moved wide, flanking left. There it was, a doghouse.
Stand down,
he said.
It's a dog.
Fireball groaned.
Again? Really? What's with you and these dogs?
Aaron chuckled, then keyed his mic.
I like animals. That's why I hang around with you guys.
He approached slowly. The dog, a gaunt lab pointer mix, stood rigid at first, hackles up, eyes wary, but didn't growl. Just watched him, chest heaving, ribs showing. Aaron crouched slowly, careful not to move too fast. The dog didn't back away, just held its ground with tired, sunken eyes.
Easy, boy.
Aaron said softly, unscrewing the cap on his camelback. He tipped the spout into the crusty metal bowl beside the doghouse, filling it with cool water. The dog didn't hesitate. It lunged forward and lapped at the water desperately, tongue slapping, tail giving a cautious wag. Aaron waited, letting the animal drink its fill before reaching down to the leash tied to the doghouse stake. He unhooked it with a soft click.
There you go. You're free.
The dog glanced up at him, then bolted, just a blur of fur and ribs disappearing into the brush behind the shed. Fireball stepped up beside him, watching the dog vanish into the night.
Well, guess he's got things to do tonight, too.
Aaron smiled under his breath and keyed his mic.
Rally on the doghouse. We move to the next target.
Roger that.
Hammer replied. Jace chimed in last.
Drone still up. Eyes clear. Let's hit it.
They regrouped at the rear of the property and moved quickly but quietly through the tree line, sticking to the shadows as they approached the second house. Jace's voice crackled through the radio.
Got 3 bodies inside. No movement yet. Thermal shows them huddled in the kitchen area. 1 more in a back bedroom. Might be dormant.
Aaron raised a fist and the group froze near the fence line.
Same plan,
he said.
Me and Fireball, front door. Hammer, find cover with a sightline. Jace, keep the drone overhead.
Copy that. Moving to position.
The team flowed like muscle memory, fluid, quiet, lethal. Another house, another trap to spring, and no matter how many they burned down, the Blight never seemed to run out of victims. They had burned 8 houses by 2200 hours, quiet, no kicks, no breaching charges, just one after another houses started to go up in flames. On occasion, the guys could see figures inside the home, stumbling around and eventually dropping into the infernos. They would wait till each house was fully engulfed before moving on to the next one to make sure none of those creatures spilled out of a door or a window. Jace's drone swept fields. Each house burned, motor oil flames licking ooze-stained walls. Sarge's house loomed, farm-style, garage shut, shed locked, soybeans ooze-stained. Fireball gripped his nail gun, voice low.
He was good, people. I can't believe the parasites got him first, old bastard.
Hammer set overwatch by the shed, thermal scope sweeping. Aaron and Fireball crept to the porch, nail guns ready. Jace circled, drone humming. As Hammer settled in behind his scope, silently scanning for threats.
Perimeter clear. No thermals. No movement. Just soybeans. And
he felt the cold steel of a pistol to the back of his head, and a low, gravelly voice say,
"You tell those retards to back away from that house."
Hammer started to turn. As he did, the pistol pushed harder into the back of his head.
"I said, tell them now."
The voice pushed. Auron's radio crackled. Hammer, urgent.
guys, wait.
The voice said to Hammer.
"Tell that motard to get their asses off my porch."
Aaron froze.
What?
No answer. Then Hammer's voice, strained.
Guys, seriously, pull the fuck back.
Aaron scanned. NVG's green.
What do you see? I got nothing.
Jace chimed in.
Nothing on the drone.
Hammer's radio hissed.
Motards, fall back to my position. Now.
Fireball's eyes lit.
Motards? No fucking way.
He grinned, signaling Aaron.
I know what's up.
Aaron, confused, waved Jace back. They humped to Hammer's shed, NVG's catching his silhouette, sitting, hands on head, fingers interlaced like a captive. Aaron raised his AR-15. Jace, too, hearts pounding.
What the fuck?
Aaron hissed. Hammer grinned, hands easing off his head. From the shadows from behind, a tree stepped a wiry figure. Late 60s, scarred hands, faded ranger tattoo. 1911 lowered. Sarge, his voice rasped.
You motards done dry humping my damn porch.
Fireball laughed, relief flooding.
You old bastard thought you were oozing.
He clapped Sarge's shoulder. Sarge smirked, holstering his Colt.
You couldn't get so lucky. Hid in the basement for a while. Outsmarted those orange shit parasites. Heard your nail guns. Saw your thermal boy.
He nodded at Hammer, still grinning.
After I heard that clusterfuck horse shit on the EMS about some safety camps, I knew I had to get moving. Clint, I actually stopped by your place a couple days ago. No one was there. I figured you were out and about, getting into trouble. So I just waited for you to show up here. Knew you'd come slinking around eventually, but not to burn down my damn house.
He said, laughing. Fireball replied.
Yeah, a couple days ago, Aaron and I handled some business uptown, then had some more shit as his place almost got overrun by these oozing freak shows.
Sarge raised an eyebrow.
Really? That many out here running around? Enough to overrun a place?
Aaron lowered his rifle. Respect flickering replied.
Roger that. Dude, we put down over 40 at my place, probably 25 more uptown. It's crawling out here. And I'd bet y'all got a fucking nest just down the road with that retirement home.
Sarge looked up and said,
Well, whenever y'all are done with your circle jerk, I guess we better head down there and take a peek.
Aaron replied.
So, you're coming with us?
Of course I am, dipshit.
Scoffed Sarge.
You bunch of grab-asses are likely to get eaten without someone else watching your back,
he said, laughing while looking at Hammer. Hammer just chuckled and shrugged his shoulders.
All right then, let's leave the X and trucks and grab the side-by-sides and run down the road and take a peek, said
Aaron. All the guys piled into two Razor side-by-sides, basically golf carts on steroids, and took off into the night, with houses in the rear view dancing engulfed in flames.